Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Looking forward to seeing you in the services today, all three locations at 7:30, 10, 12:30, and 3 o'clock. I'm going to be preaching on not just passing on an inheritance, but passing on a lifestyle that goes with that inheritance to make sure that the next generation continues to grow the family and not destroy the family. With that in mind, I want us to go back to the book of Judges, chapter 18 today. And again, one of those little obscure verses that nobody ever talks about, but we need to remember that it's important to pour our life into the next generation, because when we don't, the family goes astray. Beginning with, verse 28. The Danites rebuilt the city and settled there. They named it Dan after their forefather Dan, who was born in Israel, though the city used to be called Laish. There the Danites set up for themselves the idols. Jonathan, son of Gershom, the son of Moses, and his sons were priests for the tribe of Dan until the time of the captivity of the land. They continued to use the idols Micah had made all the time the house of God was in Shiloh. Now, forget everything else in this passage. I want you just to notice the sons, the grandsons, and the great-grandsons of Moses, the father of a nation, an incredible man of faith. But when you look at his grandson and his great-grandsons, they actually made themselves priests of idols their entire lives. It is important that we pour our life into the next generation, that we teach them the lifestyle and the values. But maybe there's something deeper here. Sometimes people want to live in the glories of the past rather than build the glories of a new generation. In the past, Moses was prophet, priest, and king. Now, all of the religious authority passed to Aaron and his descendants, and the governmental authority transferred to different people. And I just wonder if some of these sons passed on an attitude to the grandsons and who passed it on to the great-grandsons, that they should be somebodies because of who their ancestor Moses was. I often talk to people and find them living in the glories of their past ancestors. Well, my ancestor was this, and I'm related to this, and I'm related to these people, rather than build something for their lives today. I want to challenge you today. If you're living in the glories of past ancestors, forgive me, it will mess up your decisions today, just like it messed up the grandsons and the great-grandsons' decisions of Moses. But I would also challenge you today. Build a life for yourself. Don't live in the glories of past ancestors. God has a plan for your life, a plan to prosper you, a plan not to harm you, a plan to give you hope, and a plan to give you a future. Quit living in the glories of ancestors past and studying Ancestry.com, and begin to study the Word of God and discover the plan God has for your life.